You are about to witness the very exciting story of a city and its people.
Welcome to motherfucking Detroit.
What up, though? What up, though? This is Detroit Mail with another No Name podcast, and we are operating in our bye week. But before we get into all of that, let's get into the little preliminary to get on out of the way. If you have not done it, please subscribe to the channel. Go over to our YouTube channel. That is IOW Sports Network. Hit the like button. Bing! Hit the subscribe button. Bang! And you will get notified of all of the videos that we upload. That includes the Wildcard Chiefs podcast. That includes Proud Jets podcast by Big Homie Nick, and the Chiefs podcast by the one and only Wildcard Mar. And also, when we go live every Monday and Thursday between 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and 6 p.m., please tune in to those particular channels if you're a Chief fan, and if you're a Jets fan. If you are a fan of sports, tune in to the live broadcast because we talk everything sports related. Also, go over to the Facebook page, IOW Network Facebook page, and that is for you for you to upload anything that you want to talk about sports related, selling anything, promoting anything that is for you. Now we got that out of the way. Let's get to today's topic. We're going to talk about Lions fans and how we need to demand more. It's like we keep falling for the banana in the tailpipe. We'll start off with saying that I'm going to talk about some players. I'm going to talk about this organization. I still am a Lions fan, and I still love the team. However, just like a kid, you have to give a kid tough love. Just because you discipline a kid, just because you're giving a kid tough love doesn't mean you don't love them. It just means you want better for that kid and better from that kid. You want that kid to produce. And same thing with the Lions. Look at Aiden Hutchinson. I think it's a great story. A Michigan kid grew up here in Michigan, played in Michigan, then come play for his hometown team. Great narrative, great story. However, where we are playing football, we're not writing novels. So it's good that he plays for the team. He's a Michigan guy, but I'm not seeing number 2 overall talent. I mean, I'm only seeing him doing one move, and I watched game after game after game. Went back and watched game after game after game. He's doing just one move. He has his hands in the wrong position most of the time when he's rushing. And I hear people, oh well, he's good in the run. And I watched, especially in New England game, it didn't run to him. Then I hear people talk about double team. Well, he's getting double team. Well, hey, if he's getting double team, then the rest of the people on that line should be getting sacks. They're not producing sacks. So that speaks to the lower talent on the rest of the line. Second of all, with Aiden Hutchinson, it just seems like he's just frailing around, just running around. When he's chasing people, he just frailing around everywhere. I mean, I'm looking like, come on, man, what is this? He has to do better. Part of it, now, I said this before. Why are the coaches not coaching him up on, hitting with a spin move? It's been one time he got beat to the inside. He had the other side open. He just smacked the hand away, hit him with a spin move, sack. Easily sack. Especially on non-mobile quarterbacks. That would have been an easy sack. He's just doing one move. Only time I've seen him do more than one move, I think it's a New England game when he's lined up against a tight end. You're supposed to win that anyway. But why is it that you not using those same moves on the tackles? The coach should be coaching him on these things. I don't see, I hear Dan Campbell say we need to improve. Where's the improvement on that? Jared Goff. I would give him this credit. Did he look better this year than did last year? Yes. I had this conversation with somebody actually this morning, and it's talking about schemes. Because you hear all people are talking about, well, so and so, like Tom Brady. Tom Brady plays in the scheme. That's why he's so good. I don't have a problem with schemes. I heard people talk about Jared Goff and his scheme. Well, he's only good because of the scheme, or he's only producing because of the scheme. The scheme, I don't have a problem with, people playing Jared Goff. I mean, with the offensive coordinator having a scheme set up for the type of quarterback he has. When he was in LA, did a lot of play action because he was better with play action. Fine. That's all well and good. The problem I have is Peyton Manning played in the scheme. Drew Brees played in a scheme. Tom Brady played in the scheme. We can go list on everybody plays in the scheme. But what separates those quarterbacks from what we have is once that scheme is figured out, or you have to play, a play is broken down, he can't create outside of that scheme. And that's the problem. If everything goes right, we putting up 35, 40 points within that scheme. But the problem is when coaches like Belichick figures out what you're trying to do and you have to create outside that scheme, you don't score any points. That's the issue. So those Jared Goff lovers, that's what you need to look at. You talk about, we need to fire the coach. We need to fire the coaches. We need talent. Let's get some talent first and see what the coaches can do. Have Dan Campbell made bonehead decisions? Yes, he has. I am not going to deny that. And he may not even be the coach that takes his team anywhere. It's one of those things like you love him because he's a lovable guy and you love to root for him, but we're running a business. This is a business. We're not running a popularity contest. He's not running for king. He's a head coach. So how popular he is, how much we like him and all that stuff, that's all well and good. But if it don't produce W's, it don't make sense. Period. We can't be going off of, he got us all fired up because he want to bite off kneecaps. Yeah, but why you biting off kneecaps? You ain't getting no W's, bruh. So that don't mean nothing. You may have to choose a different diet because kneecaps ain't what you need. Because kneecaps ain't giving you W's. I just think that, we all talk about how we hated Patricia and he ran a bad defense and ran a bad schemes, but that defense still produced. That defense still ranked high. You know why? Because they had talent on the defense. They had talent. So outside the scheme, that talent produced because no matter what you draw up, you still have to be talented enough to go out there and produce. So that goes to Jared Goff. When you talk about scheme, he can't produce outside the scheme. That goes for the defense. If you don't have a talent, they can't produce what the coordinator wants them to do outside that scheme because you don't have a talent. And then let's talk about Brad Holmes. Brad Holmes. Well, let me say this before I get to Brad Holmes. We as fans, as you see on the thumbnail, that's what this video is about. As Lions fans and content creators, but mostly fans is what this video is about. We have to demand more. We have to demand better. Give us a better product. The problem is with Brad Holmes and the rest of the Lions organization is that they know that I can put anything out there because the fans are going to back it up. The fans are going to make an excuse before even the problem arises. They know that. But if you demand better and put pressure on him, he won't go out and draft a whole bunch of injured players. Cause he know if I go draft these players, these fans gonna get on me, which also make me lose my job. But we don't demand that. We settle. We take the side chick. We take the scraps from the table. We take whatever you get was given to us instead of demanding. No, I want better. We deserve better. We demand better. Until we get to the point we demanding better, we gonna keep getting this bold product. And that's the issue. Brad Holmes shopping at Kmart. He should be shopping at Somerset. Brad Holmes shopping at Shoppers World. Can't touch that style. He's shopping at Shoppers World and trying to give us, kind of tell us that he's getting this from Somerset. No, we deserve better, and the fans need to demand better. Until we demand better, this is what we gonna get. So don't come here every year talking about you disappointed and talking about, oh, wait till the draft. No, put pressure on this team, put pressure on this organization, and demand better. Don't get the Kool-Aid out at the beginning of the season because they got a couple of players they trying to sell you as great players, and then when the season start, oh, we'll fire Dan Campbell. Oh, we'll fire Aaron Glenn. Oh, let's look at the draft now. Or if the Rams do bad, then we get two draft picks. So the hell, who cares? What about this season? What about the season they playing? What about them giving you garbage? Don't accept that garbage. Put pressure on them. As fans, you deserve better. We need to put pressure on this organization to give us a better product. Now, I will say this. I think out of all the Fords, from the daddy to the son, when they was running this organization, at least Sheila, and to Martha too, because when Martha had ran that one time, it looks like Sheila at least was trying to spend some money and get better regime in here. It seems like that's what she wants to do. Now, whether or not she has the capacity to make that decision is a whole nother discussion. But it seems like she's at least trying to do that. It seems like with Bill, Martha, and the dad, they just was like, man, get anybody in here. They haven't won a playoff game since early 90s, haven't won a championship since the 50s. The 50s. I remember in New Orleans fans to wear bags on their head. Now they hold, what I'm saying? Now they winning. Cleveland fans. People talk about them going to playoffs. Cleveland used to be one of the worst teams. We can go down a list. Even Jacksonville is emerging. The Jets emerging. And we still in the same spot because we don't demand better from this organization. And they don't sell no tickets. Then what? If you don't buy those jerseys, then what? Demand better. That's all. Just demand better. Stop making excuses for him. He picked Josh Pascal, and he may play in the Dallas Cowboy game 7 weeks later. Now, if he don't produce, what we're going to say? Well, he sat out for 7 weeks. And that's probably why. But wait till next year, he'll probably be better. No. Demand better than that. Now, I will say he got to steal with Rodrigo. He looks good. I will say Okudah looks better and improved. Even if Jameson Williams ball out, okay. You still need a franchise quarterback. Jared Goff is not the franchise quarterback. No matter how many times you want to make videos about, well, he's not this bad. I made a video defending him because a Bears fan said something, that was, I think was out of emotion and without looking at any film. But I know he's not a franchise, and I said it from the beginning, he's not a franchise quarterback. There's been times where the line opened up, he had 30 yards He could have just ran it for 30 yards. Because he's non-athletic, he ran all the way to the sideline and threw the ball away. An athletic quarterback could have made that. You know, don't give me that Tom Brady's not athletic, because I don't want to hear it. He's not Tom Brady. You can't bring up an anomaly and then try to prove your point. Tom Brady's an anomaly. You need an athletic quarterback to be the future of this franchise because you want better. Do you want a Chiefs type team that's every time they hit the field, they're in the conversation to go to the Super Bowl, or do you want a Raiders type team that, okay, they may make the wild card, you know, every now and then, win a few games, can have the potential to be any team they play against, but the most they're gonna do is be a wild card team. Is that what you want? No, you should want a Chiefs type team that every time they hit the field, they're in a conversation of a Super Bowl. Every time they hit the field. You should want a Buffalo type team that, you know, as of now, when you talk about Buffalo, they're the favorites to win the Super Bowl. That's the type of team you should want because you want better. Stop selling for mediocrity. Stop selling for that. We just stop settling for less. Give us better. That's my message for us as we in this bye week. We should be pondering that as our team sits out this week and not play. How we should have better. This crap they're giving us is not nothing. It's nothing. Oodles and noodles or ramen noodles, whatever you want to call it, it's okay to eat. That's all you can eat, or that's what you want to eat. But if you have the ways and the means to eat steak, you don't eat oodles and noodles all the time. You eat it because you want to, not because you have to. And it seems like we selling for eating oodles and noodles, and we can have the potential to have steak all the time. But we don't. We just, oh well, you know, it was there. It's what I had. I didn't feel like going to the store. We come up with all kinds of excuses. Stop giving these regimes excuses. I get a lot of my content from watching other podcasts, you know, and I listen to all of them. You know, I hear people put down some of the ones that come up with a quote unquote that's negative, but that's really spilling the truth. It may not be what you like, and sometimes I don't totally agree with everything they say, but I respect it because it's a perspective that needs to be said. You know, there go Moby. I listen to him a lot, and I hear people always talking about him, but it's a respectable take because it's an honest take. It's a take that's saying, you know, that we need to be better. Spirit of Detroit, you hear me reference him a lot. I like listen to his content, and I hear a lot of people dogging him. But my thing on that too is same thing I said about Daryl Mobley. You know, it's a take that needs to be said because we need tough love. All this other mainstream stuff, people we listen to and we follow and we fall in love with that because it makes us feel good. Hell, we're feeling good. You haven't won since the Super Bowl era. You ain't been to the Super Bowl since the Super Bowl era. You can't hang on the 50s no more. Since they instituted the Super Bowl, we have not been. The closest we've been to the Super Bowl when they hosted it down in Ford Field. That's the closest we've been to the Super Bowl when they had it in Detroit. Close we've been. You should want more. As a team, as an organization, we should want more. That's it. Till next time, like and subscribe. You know, this is tough love. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, bing, bang. You know, and I hear everybody talking about, oh, they're going to go to the playoffs. Lion going to make you see what they put together? They're going to the playoffs. They're going to the playoffs.
The playoffs? Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs?
Peace.